Shows you're about to watch contain graphic adult content. Viewer discretion is advised. You're watching Hellflyer TV.
Good fucking morning.
Morning. That intro, man, just gets you all excited. Football Sunday.
Week one. Week one is over.
Oh, thank you.
I know. We took off last weekend because obviously I was at Tidewater HorrorCon, but it was kind of good because we really wouldn't have had much to talk about anyways because there was a week of no fucking football to get ready for week one. So it was kind of a nice offset because now we can actually talk about the games that have actually happened. So, which is nice.
Can we forget a couple of them just in case?
Maybe-ish. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, David. Good morning to everybody else who's watching. Please share us out, especially if you have friends who are into the NFL. Thank you, coffee. Anyways, so we are going to get into last week's games, and now this is a little bit different because usually we were able to run it, you were able to watch. Now we can commentate, mainly because I have to share it from YouTube because the game clips are too fucking long for me to download and upload. But it's gonna be good. So we're gonna get right up into it. Like I said, we'll be able to commentate. People will be able to hear us, and we could actually make fun of the players this time. So here we go.
On first down and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. Tannehill, the big fella. He'll run. And eventually slide down.
He's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. With no crowd noise, veteran quarterbacks are in.
Play clock is zero. Zeros.
Can't take their eyes off the play.
Tannehill's all by himself in the backfield.
See, this is actually week 2, isn't it?
Getting pressure off the edge, setting up.
Yeah, this is last Monday's game, wasn't it?
Monday's game would still consist of week 1.
Did they fuck me again on this?
Hold on a second. Let's see here.
Out, and A.J. Brown got a hand on it. By far the most in the NFL. Off the play fake. Lock, rolling, and throwing.
I totally got fucked on this.
That's not right. You're not on the right one. It's 2020. Look, it says 2020 up there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It literally says fucking 2020.
Right. Well, we're in 2021, Dustin.
Oh, shit. bad.
Smiley.
Look, you know what? I had a lot to drink.
There's some.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do the Ravens.
They're really excited about the way Edwards has had in camp. Second and 10. Carter throw again. As excellent protection. It is in goal. The fullback out of the backfield.
You know what? The Raiders looked really fucking good in
And
this.
Mariota's going to
They
keep it
did
on
until the later half. Then they started clacking, and they barely
And the
got
big
the game, and for the win. I was actually surprised. I was picking the Raiders to win, sadly, because there were so many hurt players for Baltimore. I didn't know if they were going to be able to pull it out. But
I mean, I was going for the Raiders. Sorry, Eric.
we love you, Eric.
Dude, no, like, really, the Raiders look really good. I mean, there was a few fuck-ups. But then again, it's week 1.
Right. We expect this.
You got to knock that dust off and kind of get in there. And, maybe the Ravens will pull it around. But, I mean, it went into overtime.
It did.
So, you can't really say too much.
I mean, you can always say something, but, again, this is one of those games I was talking about trying to forget because I know we're going to go to my Bears, and I really want to forget that one.
Right. See, here's the thing, like with the Raiders, and hopefully this year isn't like that. Like, hopefully it's a little bit different. But in years going, it's always been Raiders are the Raiders. They're either on or they're really off.
Yeah.
And they made a lot of bad mistakes during that game. So there was quite a few big mistakes. The Raiders made some major mistakes. How they were able to bounce back and take that into overtime to end up winning it, I don't know. Like, I really have no freaking clue how the hell they pulled that off, but they did. So it is what it is. We're going into the next one, which is going to be the Browns and the Chiefs. Which, how the Browns fucked this, I have no idea. No idea. Because they were beating the shit out of them for the whole first 3 quarters. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't know what fucking took place.
They just came back and took it, man. I mean, again, week 1, people had to get adjusted, and we're going to start seeing a huge change because a lot of players, because of the preseason, a lot of the main starters were sitting out still.
Right.
So they're running a lot of their second string, third string guys, trying to see everybody's going to play, who's going to make the team, and a lot of your starters were just sitting there. So they're going to be a little bit rusty, but a couple games into the season, everybody will start getting a groove in things. You've got a lot of players hurt. A lot of players are going to actually start, getting hurt, sadly. Everything's going to change up here, and I'm not really too worried right now. Dustin, there's something called, YouTube Red and no commercials.
Sorry. I can only do what I can do. If they would make their game clips less than 5 minutes, I wouldn't have this issue anymore. But I mean, come on. Like, really, the Browns should not have lost this game. They should not have lost this game. Like, their defense just completely collapsed in the last fucking quarter. Just collapsed.
Right.
Third quarter, fucking into third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, they just fucking fell apart. And just Kansas City scored at fucking will at that point. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. But again, you get a chance to go at halftime, get to adjust your game plan. You see what they've been doing. Everybody learns to adapt. Hey, this is what we're screwing up on. This is what we need to lock in on. That's the why it's great to have a halftime because they can kind of get a little bit more adjusted. they can get a better idea of game plan of what we're going to push for defense. They're killing us, guys, so we need to lock up and do this. I mean, you're always going to see the outcome of that game change because of what the first half's going to be compared to the second half.
Right.
Again, these players are getting comfortable. It's game one.
That is true. That is true. But still, Cleveland fucked themselves on this game. Completely fucked themselves and ended up losing it.
I'm completely fine with that. I mean, it's Cleveland, so it's no worries.
I wasn't. I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland because, you know, I follow Baker Mayfield, so you know, I'm kind of a Cleveland fan. Now, if Baker Mayfield wasn't there, I wouldn't really give a fucking rat's ass, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So the next one we're getting into Philadelphia and Atlanta.
Chiefs won 33-29, by the way, on that one. We didn't give a good enough update on the others.
Now this one fucking was like a goddamn blowout. Like Philadelphia just fucked Atlanta up.
People were actually surprised by it, but I don't expect the Falcons to do much this year. I seriously think they're going to be one of the lowest teams, and they might get the first-round pick. Who knows? They might get a new quarterback. We have no idea yet, but it's not looking too promising.
No. And I mean, people try to say that Atlanta has all this talent, and they might. I mean, is it the talent? Is it a lack of talent, or is it a lack of coaching?
It's a mixture of both. I mean, you've had a decent quarterback. I'm not going to say that he's a phenomenal one for Matt Ryan, but you know, he's been a decent quarterback throughout the years. You had Julio Jones, who is a phenomenal wide receiver. Yes, he's getting older. And then you've got Calvin Ridley, a good wide receiver again. They've had decent running backs. It's just the coaching's not there like they need. And you could have the best players as long as they're not giving you the right game plan, not getting you through it. It's going to be a huge difference.
Right.
So that's why the Falcons keep slacking. I mean, hell, look what they did in the Super Bowl a few years ago. They're fucking up big and didn't even score a point after that. They got shut out. Everything adjusted, taken away from them. It's I feel sorry for the Falcons. I feel more sorry for the Falcons than I do for the Detroit Lions. And that's saying something.
All right. Detroit fans, we're sorry.
Well, that's a good thing. Don't apologize. I mean, the Detroit Lions are better than the Atlanta Falcons right now, in my opinion. And I've got more hope for them than the Falcons do. So I apologize, guys, but in all honesty, it's just going to be a crapshoot. We're going to see, a tanking year, I think, from them, and it's just going to be who's up. But who the hell's going to be available next year for quarterbacks for, Atlanta, and what picks are they going to get in the first round? It's going to be a tough call.
Honestly, Atlanta's tanked since the fucking Super Bowl because they have not been back to the playoffs since.
No,
they went to the Super Bowl that one year. Got beat by the Patriots and then fucking went to complete shitsville after that.
Right. Hey, let's start speculation now. Is that where Aaron Rodgers is going to go? Does he want to go to the Falcons?
Oh no!
Are they tanking for Rodgers?
I think he's going to go into fucking Vegas personally, but that's just what I think. But that game ended up. What was the final score on that?
32-6.
Yeah, 32-6. Ladies,
Jalen Hurts went 35 for 27. Phenomenal numbers here. 264 yards with 3 touchdowns. People were questioning Jalen Hurts. He showed up to that game, and he's not going anywhere, folks.
No, and I'm happy for him because he quarterbacked at Oklahoma. I mean, you should be happy too. He was at Alabama and Oklahoma.
I'm very
both of our teams. He quarterbacked at both of our teams, and of course, he got drafted out of Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that was his last play. So, and I wanted him in New England, but I'm kind of glad we didn't because I really like Mac Jones. So, it is what it is. But moving into the fucking next game here, this one actually completely shocked the shit out of me. Completely shocked the shit out of me. I don't know how you felt about this game, but I did not see. I think Rodgers is tanking on purpose.
Oh, me too. I actually picked Green Bay to win this game.
Right.
And I'm not a Green Bay fan, but I picked them. I thought they had a better opportunity because Jameis Winston's a decent quarterback, but they don't have the core of guys that they had the past few years. So I didn't expect them to actually come out and play like they did, especially a huge blowout. Oh, let me rephrase this. A huge fucking blowout. Because this is not the Packers that you know. The Bears can never beat the fucking Packers 38-3. This was a shit show here. And they even took Aaron Rodgers out and put in Jordan Love because of how the gameplay was. You never see Aaron Rodgers play like that.
I'm glad it happened because if you remember back in when we were doing this show back in the preseason, actually before the preseason even came, I said this before last year's Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, I said that I thought the one team that I thought that was going to tank this year that was good, who did I say?
You said the Packers.
The Green Bay Packers. And here's my reasoning behind that. Aaron Rodgers is fucking pissed off. He did not want to be back on the Packers this year. He wanted out. He wanted traded. He wanted to be anywhere other than in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So
they restructured his contract, so end his contract basically after this year. Either they're going to trade him or he's going to just walk away as a free agent, so he can go elsewhere. But absolutely, there's a good chance that they could be, Aaron Rodgers being pissed, saying, I'm not going to play the same way. I mean, look at the stats here, 15 for 28. All right, that's not too crazy. 133 yards, 4.8 yards average. That's not Aaron Rodgers. And then 2 interceptions. Again, this is not Aaron Rodgers' gameplay.
No.
And he doesn't look like himself. I'm sorry. He looks completely different this year. He looks tired. He looks old. He looks withered. I mean, he looks like he should be standing on the side of the corner with a sign, I feel bad. He's the guy asking me for change for alcohol. I just don't see him being his normal self, and he's telling everybody to kind of chill out, relax again. I'm sorry, dude, but you're just not showing the production of it. And
he was so bad they took him out and put Love in at the end of the game.
Right. Love went 5 for 7, 68 yards, 9.7 average yards on that one. He did get sacked one time. Aaron Rodgers got sacked 1 out of 11 pressures. Quarterback QBR was 40.3. And Aaron Rodgers was 17.2. Holy shit.
Oh, that fucking is God.
Jameis Winston's QBR, 91.8. Taysom Hill didn't even have a good QBR. He was 1.9. That's terrible. But you had this game come out of nowhere. And could the Saints be something? Potentially they could be. But the Packers, I hope they tank. If they're tanking, do it, please. I need a redheaded guy to go sit on the bench and then bring in, number 1 for me. And then let's take this division and win all this. And if the Packers are sitting on the bench, I'd be pleased. Just do what you can, gentlemen. But I don't know what to expect on this one. I was hoping it was going to be a good battle this year between Green Bay and the Bears when they bench our quarterback. But hell, it's still up in the air. Again, it's game 1, but it's looking scary. And it's not looking scary for a good thing.
Now, moving into the next game, this is a team I told everybody, and I'm thrilled about this win with the Cardinals over Tennessee. Me and Hellflyer both have raved about the Cardinals. And I said this preseason that the Cardinals were going to be a very difficult team to beat this year.
Right.
And they went out there and balled on fucking Tennessee.
Which is a very surprising.
On Tennessee.
even the games that I picked on different sites, I didn't do anything for money, of course, but I didn't see Tennessee walking away with a loss like this. I mean, especially how they were playing in the preseason, they were shutting everybody out.
Oh, I
And
picked Arizona.
I didn't. I picked Tennessee because their defense was locking everybody down. Like they weren't scoring shit really, and the quarterback play, the running back play, everything was to a high point. And I was like, okay, they're coming to ball, man. I mean, I was not expecting Tennessee to lose. I was not expecting Buffalo to lose. There was a lot. Green Bay wasn't expected to lose. I was just thrown off on week one. You would have thought I never knew anything about football when I was picking these teams to win. I was so shocked.
Well, there was a few shocks for me. I mean, most of the games I got right, but this is one that I was like, fuck yeah, that I called that everybody thought I was crazy. They thought I was fucking nuts on picking Arizona. I said, I'm telling you right now, Arizona is a way better team than you think. Kyler Murray is a bad motherfucker. He's from Oklahoma. Again, another Oklahoma boy that I've watched his fucking career. And I'm telling you, everybody was like, oh, he's too short. He's too this. He's too that. He can't make it in the NFL. Shit. He's cramming that shit right up y'all's asses right now. Because they just balled on Tennessee.
They've been knocking smaller mobile quarterbacks for the past few years, saying that they weren't going to accomplish anything. RG3, they were sitting there knocking him. And if the coach didn't run him so much and put so much on his back, because what kind of team did they have? They only had RG3.
Right.
So, he got hurt and he's now an analyst because, he blew his knees out, rushing too much, trying to do all this, taking the abuse. And yeah, they're smaller. They can't take it. But, they're always knocking, Kyler Murray can't throw. He can't do this. Lamar Jackson can't do that. Jalen Hurts can't do that. It is so difficult to actually look at some of this stuff. Now, yeah, body size, you could have the smallest guy in the world and they could be some of the best, meanest players. I mean, look at the wide receiver that just got the Heisman Trophy. He's small and everybody's like, you're not going to make it. You're not going to do this. And he's got great hands, great speed. So it's not always the same thing. Yeah, you might look at him. You want the big, burliest, manliest, whatever, meanest, toughest machines out there. Sometimes the littlest guys, they got more fire, man.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing through the years. Yeah, they're mobile. They can throw. They can do a lot. And it's like, oh, Lamar